Good evening, everyone. Thank you for logging on tonight. We're going to talk about knowledge is power and changing the inner you, making yourself better. So I won't take up too much time of your evening, but this is going to be a great conversation. So change the inner me. How can I change the inner me and make things better in my life? So I'm going to teach you guys a couple of things on changing you. So when people talk about their New Year's, for 2018, I'm going to change this, I'm going to change that. What impact is it actually having on your life? So when you change the inner you, you always have to project yourself into the future. If I change this and I project myself into the future, what impact is that going to have on me 3 months from now, 6 months from now, a year from now? So when you change the inner you, you take everything, the exterior items become obsolete. You understand the issue, and then you change the inner you, and by the change of you from the inside forces the things on the outside to change. I'm going to give you guys some examples because it's easy to talk about things, but if you don't understand the core of the conversation, then it may be challenging to absorb the information. So say if you have relationship problems, say if you have money problems, say if you have financial issues like credit issues or whatever the case, you say, okay, well, my money problems is because I don't make enough money. My relationship problems is because me and my other cannot communicate well, or whatever the issues are, or my credit is screwed up because of whatever the issues are, and then we'll go a bit into that. But you have to change you. When you see a problem or something in your life that's not going the way that you feel it should be going, you should think, okay, what changes on the inside of myself that if I change the light inside of me, that everything in the universe adapts to that. So if I have financial issues and I say, oh, well, my financial issues is because I don't make enough money. My financial issues are because the rent has gone up in my apartments. My financial issues is because my car keeps breaking down. I have to keep paying out money to get that fixed. My financial issues are because I let someone borrow money and they never pay me back. All these financial things that you feel just keep dragging you down and keeping you from progressing in life. Change the inner you. That means if we think of the items that I just listed out, if I change, if I know if I let someone borrow money and if I don't get that money back, what impact will it have on my future? So maybe I need to change the inner me and my thought process. If I can afford it, it will make sense. If I can't afford it, I can't afford it. If it's your brother, sister, whoever, if you can't afford it, is it worth the risk of you jeopardizing your life and your livelihood and the food that you put on the table for your children? Sometimes you have to change the inner you. And if you following your course in life, it's a purpose. So if someone asks you to borrow money and you think that, why, if I don't get this back, this is the money that's supposed to be going towards my rent, I can't do it. And if you tell that person no, they should understand, because for some reason your decision is part of their course in life. So if they can't get it from you, then they have to think of all alternatives, and it's supposed to be putting them on their course by your decision. But that change of you is causing yourself to progress through life with positive energy, because if they don't pay you back, guess what? That's going to create negative energy in your aura. So you want to keep as much positive energy around you as possible. If you have financial issues where you say, you know what, I don't get paid enough, so it's having a financial impact on me living check to check, I'm stressed out, change the inner you. What can you do to change your financial situation? Not pointing a finger and saying, oh, this company sucks, you know, they stress me out at work, they don't pay me enough. What can you do internally? You should think, the inside of me, what can I do to improve my situation and not rely on the exterior factors to predict my life? So for me to change my enemy, I may need to change my internal thinking. I may need to tell myself, you know what, Joe, instead of being here at this $15 an hour job or $16 an hour job and I'm struggling, maybe I need to seek something better. But if I seek something better, man, you know what? The hours that I may possibly have to work, I'm not going to be comfortable with that. You have to change the inner you. When things are not comfortable in your life, you have to change the inner you. And if you have to be uncomfortable for a while to put yourself in a better situation for your future, then you have to change your thinking. Stop complaining about things, but you're not willing to make those interior changes to change your predicaments. Change the inner you. When you change the inner you, watch how life just starts to attract positive things to you. If you tell yourself that I'm doing things for the right reason, you know what? I'm going to work this full-time job and man, but I refuse to live check to check going forward. So I'm going to do something part-time too. And I'm doing it all for the right reasons. Guess what? That positive energy and that positive aura is going to attract positive things to you. Even if that venture don't work for you, guess what? It may open up the door to something else, something better, something greater. But you have to make those changes to change the inner you to attract something that's greater in your life. Because when you sit stagnant and you don't make interior changes, guess what? Your life becomes stagnant. It's like that car that's just sitting in your parking garage that you just refuse to go get the engine fixed on it or whatever's wrong with it. Guess what? That car is not going to fix itself. That car is going to sit there until some factor changes that put that car where it can become mobile again. That's your life. And until you make changes in your life, that car is going to sit there just like your life will. And you'll sit there and complain about it. Man, that car been sitting out there for a whole year. It's getting snow, it's starting to rust. Well, guess what? Until you make changes, that car is going to just sit there. So until you change, guess what? Nothing's going to change. Until you change, nothing is going to change. If you're having issues in your relationship, stop pointing a finger at everything that's wrong in your relationship and think of the inner you. What can you do to make changes in your relationship? You may be thinking that, okay, man, like this person, I don't know if this is going to work, man. Like this person is lazy. This person is doing X, Y, and Z. I don't trust this person. What can you do to change the inner you? Because if your mind, if you have trust issues, that's interior. That's you. No matter what that person done in their life, if you have trust issues, that's your mind. Either you're going to accept it and move forward, or you're going to make changes here. And your mind is going to tell you, you know what? I need to do better. And how I'm going to do better, I have to make change. But until you change the inner you, you'll always be in an unhappy relationship. Either whatever problems that you have had in the past, either you're going to accept it and move forward and enjoy that positive energy to attract to you, or you're going to be stuck. So any of you guys who have ever been in a relationship and you've had issues, whether you're married or you got a boyfriend or girlfriend, and you guys have had trust issues in the past, if you don't accept it, then that negative energy will always be there. And guess what? It's just going to cause self-infliction of negativity. So either you move forward in your life and make changes, or you accept it and start allowing positive energy to flow through your spirit. If not, I guarantee you, you'll be happy. You could smile all day, all you want, but it's fake. You could smile in front of people. You could smile in front of that other person. But you know personally how you feel inside. Change the inner you. When you make these changes inside, watch how your life change. And it may be uncomfortable. If that person that you feel is not right in your life, it may be uncomfortable at first to move on. But guess what? That change, if you have the right intent and that positive energy in your intentions, if you move on, guess what? Something greater will come along. I know, I've been there. I've been young before too, guys. I've been that teenager that went through heartaches and breakups and being 22 and 25 years old and going through everything in life. This is experience and knowledge and wisdom just being passed on. But until you make that change, I was unhappy in a relationship before, and I decided to make a change. Either I was going to remain unhappy, or I was going to move forward with my life. But if I would have never made that change, I would probably still to this day be unhappy. Still there. Still coming home like, oh, God, I wonder what we go argue about tonight. I wonder, whatever the case was. But until you make changes in your life and change the inner you, then just watch how the universe adapts to you. But you have to change the inner you. If you have credit issues or financial issues like that, you have to still change the inner you. You could blame everything. Oh, I made mistakes in the past, but you have to change the inner you, because you can have someone fix your credit and take you to a 780, but if the inner you have not changed, guess what? You'll be right back in the same situation. Right back maxing out your credit card, right back paying things late, and guess what? That 780 is now a 580 because you have not changed the inner you. You have not changed those bad behaviors. You have not changed those bad habits. So the inner you have not changed. You have to change the inner you. And once you make those changes, stay in your course of life and watch how your life changes. Change the inner you, people. You guys have a wonderful evening. Wonderful evening. Be blessed. And the only way those blessings will come to you, positive energy, positive thoughts, positive intentions. Trust me. Good night.